Okay, so we've been gone for about 6 months, but we got some great shows, some great recipes. Today I'm gonna make some meatball, spaghetti and meatball.
Spaghetti con albóndigas.
Spaghetti nadita ball. So what I'm gonna use today, I'm gonna use 3 types of meats. I'm gonna use some pork, I'm gonna use some beef, and I'm gonna use some lamb. And
why? Why not just beef or just lamb?
Why not, dude? Let's try something different, you know? And plus, this recipe was given to me by a very good friend of mine, Giuseppe, okay? Giuseppe kind of killed it with this one. I tasted it at his restaurant, and at Capri, it's awesome.
Let's dig in Miami. Season 2, episode 6. Look at the size of this man. This has nothing to do with anything, but look at the size of this beauty. Florida grown, baby. Florida grown. 305.
So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna grind our meats. We got our KitchenAid here, my little adapter. There's different sizes that we use for the grinding. I've decided to use a little thicker one than the smaller one. Okay, I kind of like it. I've done it a few times, and I think that size is the best one. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna grind our meat, our beef, our lamb, our pork, and our fat. Come back in a few.
Grind the meats. Hey, we have a little stick or something.
Turn it up, Doug. Now that we finished mincing our meat, I'm gonna take this off and we're gonna mix it in the same equipment. I gotta tell you guys, it's a little expensive, but man, it's worth having. It's simple to clean.
But again, if you don't have this, you can have your butcher. But again, if you don't have this, you can have your butcher chop this up, or I guess get it ground, right? You could get ground lamb.
Yeah, you could buy all this ground. The thing is with me, I like to do everything by hand.
I don't have the time. He has a lot of time.
I don't have time. I just like doing it. You'll see the difference. You'll see the difference.
Huge difference.
Yes. The difference is such everything fresh, everything done. So it's like it's super cool. Okay, so I mixed the meats, the 3 type of meats that I use for the fat and stuff like that. So what I'm gonna do right now is just add a little bit of salt, just for flavor. Just a little bit of salt. Okay, a couple pinches. I'm gonna put some ground pepper. And I'm gonna add my onions. And I'm gonna add 2 eggs, okay? Good deal. I didn't get any shells in there, so awesome. So I'm gonna mix it for about a minute from now. Let me wash my hands, and I'll see you guys in a few.
Now that we have all our meat prepped by George, I'm gonna actually roll up the meatball. Now some people like large meatballs, medium meatballs. We're at George's house, so we're gonna make them golf size. You have to make sure that your hands are wet, and if you have any wedding rings, shout out to my wife Christine, I love you. You take it off because you don't want to have that inside. So I'm gonna grab some meats and make a golf-sized meatball. So what you want to do is grab a big chunk, right? And you want to use your 2 hands. I'm sure you guys know how to do meatballs. So I ground them up. This is and there you have it. Look at that. A little bit bigger than a golf-size meatball, but you know what the heck?
Perfect.
My hands. So you want to place them like this and have them in order. Make a few of these meatballs. And it's okay if you make a small one, a bigger one, Maybe, Chachi likes smaller ones, or Chachi or whoever, Pedrito, Alice, or Brad. But he mentioned that you want to keep them all the same size so they could cook evenly and at the same time. I'm not the greatest person to do this. Let's add a little bit more because that one looks definitely the smallest. Right? Place them like that. Go for another one. And with a little Kendall magic, you're gonna see this whole row of meatballs in just 2 seconds. Let's dig in Miami. All right, now that we have our pan already set with olive oil at medium heat, remember guys, olive oil burns out really quick. So you wanna have the medium heat, and we're gonna do 6 meatballs at a time. You wanna have it spaced, and you don't wanna cool down the oil, and that will slow down your process of cooking. So I'm gonna place some 6 right here. Ooh. You hear that? Like George says, you hear the sizzle? And this will be easy for you to maneuver. I think I could put 7. That's what, 5 there, Doug? 6 is good. George is right. George is always right. Sometimes. So I put 7. All right, guys. So this will give you enough space to maneuver, and you know, give it color and give it a little bit of texture. And we're gonna finish it off in the oven at 350 for 15 minutes. Yeah. Now that we've seared our meatballs, we're gonna place them in this pan that's already been coated with olive oil, and we're gonna finish it off in the oven. You just follow me, Doug. And you wanna be careful when you pinch these meatballs. You don't wanna, they're a little delicate, so you don't wanna really add a lot of pressure. So I just grab one like so, and place them, and then we'll finish in the oven. Remember, you just wanna sear them for color and texture. That's why we're doing this. Remember, I always cook at medium heat. Olive oil burns really quick, but you want that flavor of olive oil instead of any other oil. All right, our oven has been preheated, and we're going in. We're going in for the cook. Here we go.
Now we're gonna make our, boys excited. Now we're gonna make our tomato sauce, okay? I got some onion, lots of onion. I got about 4 onions here. I got a little bit of garlic, and I got my tomato, okay? So that's all it takes to make a great tomato sauce, and you're gonna love it. As a matter of fact, I'm missing one ingredient. It's in the refrigerator, which is tomato paste. That's the 3 ingredients that I'm gonna get. Up on the right.
¿Dónde está eso?
Aquí.
Where? Oh, okay, boom.
My tomato paste. I'm gonna put the whole can of tomato paste, okay? And you're gonna have the best tomato sauce in the world. See you in a few.
Now that I have George's onions sauteing here, I took the liberty of putting some water in the pot, and it's about to boil. You want to add salt for your pasta. I have the onions sauteing there. They're brown. I'm going to add some tomatoes. And you would say about, George, we said how many tomatoes?
At least 5 or 6.
At least 5 or 6 tomatoes. Put them inside your sauce. Your onion sauteing to make your sauce. And you want to move that around. Once you move that around, you want to apply some freshly chopped up garlic that George, the master chopper, has made for us. So now that I move everything around, I want to apply the garlic, right? And you want to move that around so you could equally have the garlic spread around. And last but not least, folks, tomato paste. A whole thing of tomato paste. George just confirmed with us me. I would have put like 2 tablespoons, but you're making pasta. I mean, you're making spaghetti sauce, so of course you need more.
All right, guys, so we're ready to do the pasta. This pasta is actually my good buddy from Okeechobee, Hialeah, on 49th Street. Best pasta there is, okay?
Lázaro, shout out to Lázaro.
Shout out to Lázaro. That makes the best pasta there is, okay? So we're gonna boil it now. Okay, I've salted it. Oh, well, Louis salted the pasta. So we're gonna boil it. We're gonna have it al dente. I'll show you what al dente means in a while, okay? Enjoy. All right, guys, my pasta is ready. Okay, I'm gonna drain it now. I've done this so many times that I could tell just by the touch that it's al dente. Okay, and we always want to have your pasta al dente.
How many minutes is that, sir, al dente?
It depends. It doesn't, you just gotta look at it, gotta touch it and stuff like that. So what I'm gonna do is actually just put my pasta straight into the sauce, okay? It's gonna have a little bit of the water in it, so it kind of makes it a little bit nicer, okay?
So basically, you don't even have to drain it if you're using
Nah,
if you're doing this method.
they're right next to each other, so what the heck?
Okay, okay. There you go. Something new, something different, and something fast. If you're, living that lifestyle that you're working 9 to 5, you have kids, and you want to make something special, you can make these meatballs, freeze them up, and then, maybe in 2 weeks from now or a week from now, have them. It's about making meals and prepping, right, George? I know
Absolutely.
he doesn't like a lot of frozen stuff, but a couple of weeks inside the freezer, it's not a big deal.
So now we got our pasta, our sauce, and our meatballs down here. Give me a couple of seconds and I will be prepping for you guys. Guys, we're done. Now we're ready to plate.
Yes.
We have made our spaghetti, we made our sauce, we made our meatballs. Now we're gonna plate, okay?
That's right. I'm very excited.
This is the best part of the whole thing.
Ooh, look at that.
Little tomatoes.
Of course.
Now we're gonna get the meatball.
Look, get a little focus on those meatballs though. Look at that. Oh man, wow.
So we got their meatballs.
Throw another meatball under there. Who are you gonna give that plate to with just one meatball? Goodness.
Now we're gonna get a little basil.
Basil. How do you say that in Spanish?
Basil.
No.
I don't know.
What is that? What
And
kind of cheese is
then we
that?
got Parmesan Reggiano.
Parmigiano. The real stuff. Look at that. Doesn't that look pretty, guys?
And we are done.
Wow.
Bon appetit, or like we say,
Buen aprovecho. Let's dig in Miami. This is another episode, season 2, episode 6. Thank you guys for subscribing and watching. Please let us know any comments in the bottom. We're not going to read them in our comment, but
we really don't really pay attention to whatever you guys say anyway.
We have busy lives.
We don't care.
Busy lives.
But I hope you enjoyed this dish.
Thank you. Let's dig in Miami. Thanks.
Love you guys.
Woo! Here's the music. Boom, boom.
Wait a minute. We've got one more thing.
Boom.
Cut.
What happened? You bringing out your teddy bear? What are you doing, bro?
The flag.
What is this dude doing?
Oh, the show was like.
Last but not least, libertad y vida. Que viva Cuba. We're in 100%.